Well, okay. Can you hear me yet? Yeah, you should be able to hear me now. Let me turn down the music just a smidgen more. Hey everybody, and welcome to the stream! It's Thursday night, so we are 80% of the way through the work week. We've only got tomorrow to go, so hey! That's awesome. I am currently making Chex Mix. My manager's last day is tomorrow. He has transferred responsibility of me to someone further up on the food chain. Well, okay, I say further up on the food chain. Someone more general on the food chain. He is still their boss. Well, as of today, he's not, but, these two children back here have been getting into spats. I think Chubby's being... Hey, buddy, hey! Chubby. Boy, am I gonna have to put you in timeout? Yeah, get out of here. I don't even have a timeout for you, but I will make one. Sorry. I don't know what's gotten into them. They have food, they have water. I played with them. Well, I played with Chubby. I gave them treats earlier. Maybe it's the catnip. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so my boss's last day is tomorrow. And yeah, he's going back to DC, which is really good for him. I'm really happy about it. Yeah, I know that he misses DC. So, I'm making him some Old Bay Chex Mix to bring to kind of the potluck style that we're doing tomorrow. The recipe that I was following, I felt didn't have enough seasoning. It was only like a single stick of butter and some soy sauce to cover like an entire huge pan of stuff. So I doubled the butter and like the spices and all that. I'm curious if I might have made a mistake. We'll see how it turns out. So if you see me like randomly getting up, which like I do all the time during the stream, but if I come back chewing, it's because I'm chewing on Chex Mix. So, yep. All right, let's go ahead and do a scoreboard update because we're killing it. Honestly, we really are. So, I've been doing okay with cleaning. The kitchen is still a mess, so I'm probably gonna, like, have an insane motivation spike either tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow before I leave. I may hit up to, like, 8 consecutive hours of cleaning tomorrow. We'll see. Chubby? Kid! She does not want to talk to you. Chubby! I'm gonna give you a second to figure this out on your own. Buddy, stand down. Chubby. Hey. What are you pissed off about? What are you pissed off about, kid? What are you upset about? What are you mad about? What are you mad about? Chubby, what's up? What's wrong? You gonna talk to me? Chubby, hey, look at me. Look at me. Up here. Hey. Chubby. I don't know what's getting into. Buddy, do you just, like, need some love? Alright. Yeah, I know. But you can't be mean to Sophie. Okay? Jesus Christ, this cat. Alright. Anyway. I'm probably gonna end up having a pretty big cleaning spike. Tomorrow. Studying, I need to get some studying done before the weekend. Like some self-reading. But today, we actually really need to do an hour and a half of YouTube and an hour of Lonely Octopus. Because I'm not gonna have the chance to do any of that over the weekend. So. What are you upset about? You had the opportunity to be in the basket and you didn't take it. So what's your problem? You were very happy on the pillow earlier. You were, like, ecstatic to be on the pillow. You were so comfy on the pillow. What's wrong, bud? Alright. Do you want to be on the pillow or do you just want to be down? He just wants to be down. Okay. Alright, one sec. I don't know how to fix this. Hey, bud. Oh, look at that. It's a laser pointer. Hey, bud. Hold on. Oh, he's not gonna, like, actually chase it. He's just gonna lay down like a fool. Making my job hard, Chubs. Laser pointer's supposed to be the easy toy that I play with you with. Alright, well, he's not suing to take the bait, but he is in the kitchen. He seems fine. We're just gonna leave him there. So, yeah. Scoreboards. There we are. For YouTube, I need to figure out something else that I can do for an hour and a half for YouTube. I'll probably do some music research and get some folders set up in my music file so that way I can actually like set aside specific songs. I also want to come up with a budget for YouTube because I do want to start spending money on the artists that we're using. Even though all of their work is free to use in stream, I still want to like set up a budget so I can actually like send some money their way. You know what I mean? So like for Occam's, the night that we started listening to him, I didn't really have time to go through the whole downloading thing that I normally do. So I just bought his stuff off of Bandcamp, and honestly, that was the easiest time that I've ever had getting my hands on music and getting it set up. So we're gonna start doing more of that. Yeah. How are you guys? Doing good? I hope so. What are y'all working on today? By the way, hello, Suzu, Najair, and Israel. I don't know if I said hello yet. Specifically to you three. We've had 4 views already. That's so sick. I love that. Look at us go. Yes. We're down to 2 concurrent viewers, but that's fine. I am happy that I have anyone here, actually. Yeah. So. Honestly, I am feeling pretty good. I would be down to kick off a 50 if you guys would be down. I'll kind of leave it up to y'all. I'll update my task manager. Hey!
Hello.
I'm on stream. Don't say anything inappropriate.
Taxes. I could not find chip clips.
That's okay.
I'll try and get them to work tomorrow.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know if anyone even caught that. That was, she just said taxes. Hey.
Hey.
I'm on stream. Don't say anything inappropriate. Well, more inappropriate than taxes.
Why does it smell like Joe's Crab Shack?
Because I'm making Old Bay Chex Mix. Love you. It should be done in like 30 minutes. Alright, nobody was waiting. So we're gonna just go in on a 50. I'll see you guys soon. Alright. How was that for y'all? All one of you watching. I feel really bad. I probably should have clarified when I sent out the message that the stream still would start at 7. I just had it set up. So what I might do is I might find a way to put like a little text box up there that said starting at 7 or something. It says starting soon on the screen. I don't want to... starting soon. I could do like a see ya at 7. A little text box that says see ya at 7. It's not bad. I guess then the issue is like, time zones, but not much I can do about that. I'm actually feeling pretty good. So if no one is here, I'd like to hop straight into a 25, because I just started data cleaning. But I want to give a second for people to weigh in. See, part of YouTube is telling me no one is watching. The other part of YouTube is telling me one person is watching. So if you are that one person, hello. The other part of YouTube is telling me no one is watching. Which means I get to make the decisions all on my own. Right? That's how it works. I mean, it's my stream, so I get to anyway. So, yeah. See you in 25. Okay, so, sorry about that, Suzumiya. I genuinely didn't think anyone was watching. I even triple-checked it, so hello again. I'm so sorry about that. I would say welcome back, but I don't think that you actually ever left. I think I was just being a dumbass. That was a good Pomo for me, though. That was just kind of a lot of nebulous data cleaning, which is good. I finally have started working on the budgeting app, or the budgeting spreadsheet that I was going to make for you guys. And I think that that's kind of gonna be a good thing for me to step away from, like, alt-right, figurehead, step away from topic analysis, step away from all the new stuff that I'm learning, and go back to something that I'm good at, which is spreadsheets. Just plain basic Google Sheets. So, I'm not just using this as an excuse to make a budgeting sheet for myself. I'm using the need to make a budgeting sheet for myself as an excuse to make a YouTube video. See? It's all about framing. Suzu says thank you. You're welcome. Also, for anyone who was wondering, Sophie and Chubbs are just chilling on the couch right now, cuddling up a storm like nothing happened 2 hours ago. I'm kind of salty about it, actually. Yeah. I was just going over my Gmail. Oh, okay, nice. That's good. I was cleaning my, my Outlook emails today. That was boring. And then I remembered that I needed to order pizza for the trip tomorrow. So I stopped doing that for like 30 minutes and forgot that it was 5 o'clock. So I'll go back to cleaning those tomorrow after I prep all the notes. I'm taking a half day tomorrow, so I need to remember I can't do as much note preparation as I normally do. But that being said, my weekly meetings have just been cleared because my boss is leaving. I'm gonna miss my boss, honestly. Like, I don't know if I've told this story on stream at all. I had the manic episode right, like, I want to say within a week after I had the interview for the job that I have now. And it's difficult to put a starting point on the manic episode, but by date, I know that it started by at least the 7th of February, and I was supposed to start my job on the 9th of February. And, like, the whole process of going to a new job was part of what drove the delusions of my manic episode. Now, I didn't end up sending any, like, weird messages to my boss, but I did send them and call my point of contact with the temp agency that I'm with. So she probably filled him in on what was going on. She somehow got the knowledge that I was in the hospital, called me the day after I was discharged, and said, hey, do you remember what happened last week? And I'm like, I do. We don't know what was happening. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of getting up to speed. And she's like, okay, I was worried about you. Do you still want the job? And I'm like, yeah. Obviously, I still want the job. I didn't realize that was an option. And she was like, okay, well, let me call you back. She calls up my boss, and then she calls me, and she says, can you start tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah! Absolutely I can! Get me out of this place! Like, I don't want to think about anything that just happened. Like, please. So, and then I went into work the next day, literally 7 days after I was pinned down and sedated. I started my first day at this office job. And from day one, he treated me like a professional. Like, yeah, he joked around with me on the first day, but he treated me like somebody who knew my shit. He treated me like an adult. It did not matter that I was literally in the hospital due to crazy, less than 3 days prior. And it's just, I don't know, I'm gonna miss him because it really does mean a lot to me that he gave me that opportunity, you know? I'm not gonna get emotional. Fuck! No! No! I'll save that for tomorrow when we're all giving our goodbye speeches. I'll just pull up my live stream and play this clip. No, I'm joking. But seriously, boss, if you're out there and you're watching this at any point in the timeline, I do miss you. I can pretty much guarantee it. And, you know, have fun on your new adventure. Alright, anyway, back to business. How are you, Suzu? How's work? I know you've got to have, like, a pretty stressful job. You say, oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, it's like, this is my first office job. I feel like I'm finally doing shit with my life that I actually enjoy, rather than trying to force myself to try to enjoy serving people. That was never gonna work. It was never gonna work. Yeah. You could do that, promote your streams. I could, honestly. I mean, so like, most of my coworkers know that I do streams. One of them said, yeah, add me to the link list, so I've been texting him every single time that I stream. He hasn't shown up in chat, but he's lurked a little bit a few times, from what I understand. I should just put my information on like a business card. Or set up like an SQL, not SQL. The squares. QR, yeah. Work is boring, LOL, not stressful yet. I want an office job. You might look into local temp agencies. I don't know if they'd be able to pay you what you are worth or what you currently make. But I am not the first person that I know of that has landed a semi-permanent or permanent office job through a temp agency. I actually got the idea from a friend of mine's mother, who has been in office as an Excel spreadsheet master for decades now. And she was like the first person that I started talking to, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, can you help? And she's like, yeah, and she took a look at my spreadsheet, and she's like, you look fine, I love your colors. I'm like, okay, good. So, yeah, I definitely advocate for, you ever have that thing where your brain just fully reboots? I definitely advocate for looking for office jobs, because, like, there's plenty of them out there, and my mental health is so much better. I am so much better now that I'm not, like, taking on emotional labor from strangers who want me to make them forget about the hell of this world. I'm already trying to forget about the hell of this world. I can't serve a person a beer and do the same thing for them. Like, that's not my MO. I'm the person that's gonna tell you, listen, man, I get it, life's shit. It's just as shit for me, only I'm the one being paid right now, and you're the one off the clock. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I probably have enough energy to do a 25. I should be doing a 50, but I probably will have some time to do some Lonely Octopus work tomorrow before I leave. What is your office job title? Technically, I am an admin assistant. Which means basically like an office secretary. I am supposed to schedule meetings, schedule interviews, relay information, take notes at meetings, which I do. I do all of that stuff a little bit. And like pretty much any meeting that I end up in, I am the one taking notes, and I've got all of those prepared ahead of time, like always. I'm really good at taking notes, I like to say. But when I started and I was like, I'm really good with spreadsheets, I love, like, working with spreadsheets, I was hired specifically because I am good at working with spreadsheets. Like, in the interview, Donnell was like, do you have any skills with Excel? I'm like, yeah, I'm like a master at Excel. I'm super good with spreadsheets. Like, I've got this in the bag. I literally said, I've got this in the bag in my interview. I was a cocky-ass motherfucker. And he still hired me. But when I got onto the job and I started working with spreadsheets and whatnot, weird story, I went to a Excel course at the local, local tech school that I'm at. And by tech, I mean, like, career tech. I got in for free, and there were only 3 people. It was an advanced Excel class, and you'll never guess who I ended up sitting next to. My boss's wife. His wife was there. So, she's probably going home and talking about all the stuff that I've shown her that I've done with Google Sheets, because, like, we all had a moment where, like, we started talking about all the stuff that we've made, and then he comes into work, and at some point in the weeks following, one of the managers asks him if Ace is good with spreadsheets and if Ace has anything better to do. And his answer was yes and no. So I got, like, outsourced to make a system that I'm still working on. It's literally been a year. I'm not mad about it. I am mad about it. It's still not gone live. But it's fine, because they're the ones paying me. I'm not wasting my own time. They are wasting their money. Yeah. Anyway. So when people ask, what is your job title, what do you do, I just say I'm a pencil pusher, because my boss would schedule his own meetings most of the time. Yeah. He would schedule his own meetings, and he would tell me when to show up, and then I would just show up and take notes. But even then, there weren't a lot of meetings that he wanted me there for, and I guess most of the other meetings already had note takers or something. Some meetings they didn't want a note taker because they didn't want anything officially on the record. Which is understandable, because if you're dealing with sensitive topics about employees, it's difficult to speak specifically corporate at all times. So, let's see. Okay, I'm good with 25. Cool note-taking. No, he hired you because you were confident. Not still. IMO. Cool, wife chatted with you. Yeah. He hired you because you were confident. No, that's also very true. And as somebody who later on got the opportunity to sit in on interviews and take notes for interviews, confidence very much so is key. Like, there was someone who came in, and in the interview, one of the managers asked, "Why should we hire you?" And she responded, "Because I'm amazing." And she got the job! She fucking got the job! She still works there. I love her. I love talking to her. And she's, like, fucking kicking ass. But I remember, like, sitting there typing it, and I'm like, yeah, you go, girl. You are amazing. Okay. Alright, let's do a 25. Oh, I've had this set to top chat. Have I missed any chats? I don't think I've missed any chats. No. Usually I'm better about that. Oops. Oh well. Alright, yeah. 25. Let's do it. Oh wow, awesome, Suzumiya says. Yeah, it is pretty awesome, like, genuinely, it's incredible. I love that. Yeah, no, for real, like, just have full confidence any interview that you go into. If you have somebody that isn't super interested in your confidence, chances are they just want someone they can control, I guess. I don't know. I want to say that with confidence, but I haven't been on the other side of shit for long enough to be able to say that. But definitely, like, whatever you do, any job interview that you do, go in with confidence. Just, you've got this. Go in as though you've already got the job, and you're just telling them about yourself on day one. That's my advice. Have I tested it? No. It's just kind of been my MO. Alright, let's go. Okay. I moved my laptop to be on top of a box because I really didn't like doing this whenever I would type. Because, like, this is, like, big dysphoria for me right here. I know that that's just, like, angling, though. I know that that's just how it's gonna be with the way the cameras and stuff is set up. Like, if I get, like, an actual desk setup where, like, my monitor is at eye level, then I would be looking like this. Which is significantly better than this. So, you know. I'm dying. Maybe the laptop on the box will be a little bit better. We will see. Anyway. Yeah. How was that for you guys? My last pommel was okay. I'm taking the data literacy course on 365 data science, and they're kind of glossing over some of the ethical stuff that I'm really frustrated with. I kind of expected more from 365, I'm not gonna lie. They kind of glazed over the idea of people using veracity to describe big data. And I understand why they decided not to include that. Like, they talk about how veracity is a judge of whether or not data is good quality. Now, is this an indicator of big data? No, because whether or not something is good quality does not indicate the just massive amount. Susie says, I can relate. I decided to study and take notes. Nice. Good. I'm glad. That's awesome. Yeah. I've got to start finishing my thoughts before jumping on to the next thing. Anyway. Yeah, they were like, oh, well, because it's not a measure of how big something is, we won't include it as one of the V's when describing big data. And I was gonna be fine with that, but then they went, and furthermore, it's important for small data. No one wants to make a decision based on not good quality small data, and that's where I was like, I would wager a guess that veracity probably is equally, if not more important for big data, but okay, go off. And then they started talking about, like, all of the different, like, management jobs that there is when it comes to data, and they rattled off a whole bunch of them, and one of them was, quality management for data, or, like, data quality management or something like that. And they were like, none of these jobs are super important for the consumer, so we're not gonna go over them here. And I'm like, I really think you should. Maybe this one specifically, because I just, you know, I don't really like that. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of unethical. Anyway, Suzu, what are you studying? Cause you seem very, like, upbeat, and I'm curious. You were doing language stuff. Not last night, but the night before, I want to say? I'm not sure. Oh, I don't want to be tired. I still gotta clean. Iterating over dictionaries. Okay, so you're still doing some, like, Python and Pandas basics. Okay. That's honestly kind of awesome, because I need to get back on my Python game. LOL, I feel sleepy. You and me both, dog. Alright. That's good though. Let me know how that goes for you. You're gonna be like a whiz at Python, and I'll be sitting there like, where the fuck? Why isn't this working? Oh shit, I've needed a colon for the past, like, hour. I stayed up late watching movies, LOL Python basics. What movies were you watching? Was it like Ghibli movies? You seem like a Ghibli person. I'm still kicking myself over that time in Lonely Octopus where I was like, yeah, I've got this basic function that I was starting to get to work this morning, and I go to run it and it won't fucking run, and I'm like, And then Oso chimes in and is like, oh, you need a colon, and I'm like, motherfucker, this didn't exist in VBA. This wasn't a problem. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to end my ifs in Python only to realize ifs don't need to be ended in Python. There's no need for ends now. It's just assumed. I'm still upset about it, actually. Or like loops. You don't need them. I think another thing that messed me up with Python is like, so with VBA, here, let me see if I've got like a macro that I can pull up. I don't want it to be like work shit though. That would be bad. Tell you what, I'll program a macro and I'll go over the differences at a later date when I've got something actually prepared. LOL, I love those, but A Time to Kill, because I'm listening to Green Lights by Matthew. I love those, but A Time to Kill, that's the name of a movie. Okay, interesting. I'm listening to Green Lights by Matthew? Oh, Matthew McConaughey. Ah, interesting. Okay. Oh, this came out recently, huh? Okay. Shoot. Suzu over here pulling out all kinds of crazy stuff that I've never heard of. And then Elizabeth Holmes doc again on Theranos. Elizabeth Holmes. She's a former biotech entrepreneur and convicted fraudster. What? Oh, no, I have heard of her. Oh, no, I know who this is. The Illuminati did a video on her her company, basically. It was an MLM. Hold up. I gotta get this for you. I don't know what your opinion is on her, and I'm really sorry if I'm about to ruin this for you. I'm so sorry. Yeah. The Illuminati made a video a year ago about her. Oh, that's crazy. I was like, man, where have I heard? LOL, I'm obsessed with her story and that of Enron. Yup, she tried to do nanotubes of blood. What? I'll admit, I don't think that I actually watched the video. I just kind of like will binge Illuminati content and I'll see a bunch of her thumbnails. I have no clue which ones I've watched and which ones I haven't, because I watched them on both of my accounts. No, she tried to fake it till she made it, but alas, she was not realistic enough. Oh, Suzu, you're killing me. We've summoned a chubby. Hey, bud. No, you're just gonna sit there? Okay, that's fine. Oh my god. That's crazy. Fuck. Okay, shoot. So are you, like, super into American fraudsters then? Because, like, I get it. That is a topic. That is a rabbit hole to go down. The shit that people get away with, fucking crazy. I say, are you, like, obsessed? I don't mean obsessed. I mean just, like, interested, I suppose. That's a rabbit hole that I could see myself going down. My fear is that someday I become some kind of fraudster like that, or, like, my biggest fear, not my biggest fear, my, like, biggest, probably not realistic fear, I guess I am, Susie says. I don't mean that, yeah. I don't mean that in any negative way, I hope you understand. Israel says, I think she believed her own hype. Probably, a lot of people do, I believe my own hype. Yeah, interested, Susie says, gotcha. My fear is, like, becoming charismatic enough that I basically turn into a cult leader. By the way, Israel says, by the way, check your phone. I would, but it's currently recording my face and chubby. I saw that you texted me though, don't worry, I will get to it soon. My fear is, like, basically having a manic episode and not realizing the weight of having as many followers as I have at any given point, and basically turning into a cult leader. Like, that's an actual legitimate fear of mine. I don't want to be a cult leader. I'm gonna say it right now for everyone who's ever listening. I do not want to be a cult leader. Do not treat me like a cult leader. I may joke about making religious texts, they're not serious. I may joke about having secret handshakes, they're not serious. They're just funny, like, internet shit, okay? Nothing I say, okay, I'm not gonna say nothing I say will ever be serious. That's not true. But I don't want to be a cult leader. Let's all be very clear right now. Buddy. Do you want to be a cult leader, Mr. Chubbs? Would you guys join Mr. Chubby's cult? Huh? I would join your cult, Mr. Chubbs. You're gonna be the cat with, like, 900 lives. How does that sound? I could turn you into a cult leader, couldn't I? You're charismatic enough to be one. Yeah. Mwah. Boy, do I have a game for you. Which one? Is it Into the Woods? I know Into the Woods has a cult. There's probably a few games with cults. So, like, growing up, I was obsessed with cults. Like, I loved learning about cults. I thought that they were the craziest fucking shit. And now as an adult, realizing that those are real people and those are real deaths that happened, I feel not so invested, if that makes sense. Israel says, Cult of the Extra Large. Extra large what? Suzu says, outlook to outro. I don't know if I know what you're saying, Suzu. Suzu says, oh, I'm looking it up. Into the Woods? Israel says the game is called Cult of the Lamb. I believe that. Is this about Christianity? It's probably about how Christianity is a cult. Is this safe for stream? Can I, like, look this up here? Cult of the Lamb video game. Oh, this looks cute! Start your own cult in this adorably dark game in a crumbling world full of ritual and ruin, utilizing a powerful gameplay loop of the base building and dungeon. I love how Google's like started suggesting these searches to people. You can click one, and then more appear, and you can click another one. Oh, normally more appear. Huh. Oh. When did this come out? This came out last year. Okay. Even recent games like Cult of the Lamb have attracted the attention of Moral Panic. Oh, love those! With a lot of negative reviews having a religious spin to them. Yeah, because you can't have a dominating religion in America whose whole personality is hating minorities without expecting people to have, like, thoughts and feelings about it. Why are Christians so up in arms about this? You want to be like, oh man, it's a moral panic, but if you stopped panicking, it would stop happening. Oh my god. Yeah, because, like, it's that, like, age-old bully thing, you know? Only they are the bullies, and this is just people bullying back. If they stopped being such offended piss babies and stopped oppressing minorities, this shit wouldn't happen, but here we are. This is part of what draws more people to games like Cult of the Lamb, though, because it ironically increases the fascination with the game as a piece of counterculture. Yeah, that's what I'm saying! Like, this shit is popular because it's pissing off the majority. I don't know what to tell you! Oh my god, they did it to Gravity Falls, now they're doing it to just any game. This isn't gonna stop. Like, this shit's gonna get worse. I love how cute this is, though. Like, genuinely, this is adorable. Okay, Israel. I might play this game. So long as the horror doesn't get, like, too badly horror? What's it rated? No. It's probably rated worse just because of, like, the demon stuff. Oh, it was made on Unity. Interesting. Roguelike indie game, action adventure game. It's not telling me. I guess there are ratings for video games, but I guess, okay, so like indie games probably don't have ratings, huh? Or they might have ratings put on them. Whatever. Not. Oh, teen. Fantasy violence, blood, crude humor. Fantasy violence. Okay. It's rated for teen. Then again, Five Nights is probably rated for teen. That being said, Five Nights stopped being scary after like a year. The jump scares just get you, that's it. Like, it's not like shit that'll leave you with nightmares. Oh, I love that. That's like a whole ass fucking vibe right there. Hold up. Yep. That's a vibe. I kind of love that. Alright. Anyway. Let's see. Suzu says, oh, I'm looking it up. Oh, never mind, it's a game. Israel says, probably not. Yeah, it's disturbing and cute at the same time. You know, there's a place for that in the world. If I've learned one thing about the internet, that is the internet's shit right there. Suzu says, oh, I love Illuminati. I'm watching that video next. She's so good. She's just genuinely a great, like, person. I love her. Israel says, it's not even the Christian god you worship, it's called the one who waits. Oh, it's hard. Roguelikes tend to be hard. I've heard. Because roguelikes, you... It's like some weird thing about save states, from what I understand with roguelikes. I'm not completely sure. Susie says, LOL, that's a funny name. We're talking about the Cult of the Lamb? Yeah, that's pretty fucking funny. Or the one who waits. That's also a funny name. The one who waits. Waits for what? I'm trying to, like, figure if there's any kind of, like, Christian overtones with the one who waits, but honestly, like, it's so vague. That probably applies to more gods than one would recognize. Alright. I'm tired. It's 9:30. I've still gotta clean and make lunch for tomorrow. And pack up the Chex Mix that I made. The Chex Mix turned out freaking phenomenal, by the way. I'm gonna be making Chex Mix a lot from now on. It's so good. And we also, like, have a fuck ton of pretzels and Chex on its own left over, and Chex is okay as a cereal, but it's definitely better as a snack, I feel. We've also got, like, a fuck ton of brown sugar. If we have any old brown sugar, that would probably be good to use for this. It's like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Okay, yeah, so you only have, like, one shot to do something. You don't, like... Yeah. I getcha. I getcha. I understand. Okay, we're done here. We're gonna go. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for joining me. As always, I appreciate ya. I will see you guys next week on Tuesday. As Susie says, good luck lunch prepping. I like peanut butter cereal. I like peanut butter and cereal. Do you just, like, mix up peanut butter with cereal? Interesting. Okay. Alright. I also just got some peanut butter. I mean, so, like, peanut butter and Chex Mix is, like, 2/3 of puppy chow, right? Yeah. Alright, anyway. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. Stay hydrated. Take a walk. Stretch. Be sure to do some reading. Do something for yourself that relaxes you, that is away from a screen. Yep. Susie says totally. Nice. Alright. Good night, y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.